Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Whether you're with us now or you'll be hearing from us later on or seeing us later on, we'd like to welcome you. You're in for an exciting session. Tonight, we have the honor of having the dual team of Bob Law and Kim Law. And I always say Kim first. I want to be correct, politically correct. And Dr. Janner has got a school engagement with computers and work. And so we want to wish her all good well. Anyway, we're here to share some incredible information about how you can make a difference with raising funds for fundraisers, nonprofits in your local area. And this is such a good time because a lot of, I don't want to get political because I'm not even a citizen, so I shouldn't even be talking politics. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of organizations are now seeking more funds because a lot of their funding has dried up. But the people that we are designed to work with are small nonprofits, nonprofits that are doing uh, the job on Main Street, nonprofits that you can talk to. You know, they need an extra 5,000, an extra 4,000. Let's say uh, a baseball team needs new equipment, bats, uh, uniforms. Well, an extra 5,000 to 8,000 could do wonders for that team. And so it's by asking a lesson. I'm going to say it another 2 days and then it's going to be my phrase. But I got this phrase from Kim Law and I used it. And the phrase, welcome, Mr. Smith. Uh, uh, the phrase was, who do you know that I should know? And Al, you can use that. Who do you know that I should know? And all you've got to do is get the contact, set up the presentation, and we'll do the presentation for you. And the fundraising presentation from start to finish will take no longer than 25 minutes. One took about 45 minutes, but that's because the director kept asking questions. They kept asking questions of Kim about her role as leader of her fundraising. And then we have an incredible offer going this month in terms of a weight loss package. And now I can uh, talk about weight loss because I've jumped on that weight loss wagon and I'm definitely in this challenge. And so if you get people to get on board with you and take the challenge with you, you'll not only feel better, but in addition to feeling better, if you've got 3, 4 people taking the challenge with you, you're going to earn some extra money. And with that, I'd like to turn over to the firm of Law and Law.
It's the law firm, right?
That law firm. Like that.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming this evening. So, Bob and I, if you've never seen the two of us in the same
Together
screenshot,
on the same screen.
you're in fun. So,
No, I am.
oh God, I'm worried now. So, let me go ahead and start by sharing a little bit about who we are and what we do. So, I'm Kim, and this is my husband, Bob.
Bob, that's right.
We've actually been married for almost what, 35 years?
Somewhere around there.
I don't know. It's been a long
You
time.
lose time when you're
Having fun.
having fun.
So we're going to talk to you a little bit tonight about some cool things. So this is my husband, Bob. Bob is actually a published author. He owned what's the FFF Aviation's flight. Go ahead.
Fun and Fancy Flying Incorporated.
Fun and Fancy Flying. He
First-
teaches people how to do the loop-de-loo things. He's also a motivational speaker, as well as developed our platform for A New Path, which is a program that has the lowest documented recidivism rate in the nation. So, Bob, why don't you share with us a little bit about the new product that is now currently available
Me.
from NutraVeda?
Okay. If you will, mute your phones like I just did here. Okay. The Ignite is a brand new product that they have. And I want you to know Ignite is dynamite. And I can tell you that from experience of watching this person next to me. It is a, it is a cutting edge thermogenic supplement that's really designed to help boost your metabolism and enhance your energy, which it does, and sharpen focus, which it did. I'm telling you what. This is the latest thing. You can't get it by itself. It's only available in the Spring Fitness Pack, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Okay, the key benefits of this, it's a super thermogenic properties that burns fat. I told you about that, and accelerates metabolism naturally. So it gives you sustained energy boost. I want you to know, first time she took it, she was Energizer Bunny on steroids all day.
Well, I also included the vitality.
Yeah, I've got
apparently you're not supposed to do that.
Put that disclaimer in there. And it's powered by guarana and taurine for all day endurance. Those are natural supplements there. It sharpens your mental focus. And the Bacopa Minori, it enhances your cognitive function and clarity. We all need to be more cognitively aware and clear on what way we were thinking there.
Absolutely.
Okay. Next, it has all the essential nutrient support. B vitamins, and vitamin C. That they promote overall wellness. Now, B vitamins are really important when you're working on a weight loss plan.
Not only that, the amount of B vitamin that's in here is like getting a B shot. So the energy that it gives you, it doesn't make your heart race or anything like that. It just gives you sharp, clear cognition. It's fantastic.
Yeah, this is packed with all kinds of a blend of stuff, Oh, and it's natural and effective ingredients. I love the part that's all natural. I can read all the names, so, and understand what they say. It's backed by science for maximum results. Okay, so good health. It doesn't happen just by accident. It doesn't.
No.
No, we need what? We need a plan. There you go.
Absolutely.
You have to have a plan to work on to get good health.
Why do we need a plan?
If we don't have a plan, we just go willy-nilly. And if you go willy-nilly, you're going to be a bitty biggie.
I think that's we'll just
leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We don't want to. It's healthier to eat from home than it is to eat out. Let's just put it that way. We don't want to mention any names of restaurants. So
no.
What's the next thing we got to do?
Well, good health requires more than one person. Now, yeah. Now, the Lone Ranger, he didn't have one, but he also went into the old western towns and talked to the sheriff. Mm-hmm. And the sheriff, guess what he did? He organized a posse. So we need other people to help us.
I love it. I love it. So let's work together in a posse.
In a posse. All right.
So what's the next thing we got to
Okay. Good health requires quality ingredients.
Oh.
Quality ingredients. Now, when, we need a product, okay, but not just product, but good, healthy, quality products
Absolutely.
that are all natural.
We
Okay?
don't need somebody making it in their bathtub at home.
No,
Oh, okay, just checking.
they used to do that in the 30s, didn't
I guess.
they? Or alcohol. Okay. Now I'm going to turn this over to Kim. You know, she has this phrase, you know, choices made in life can have a profound effect on your future. She is really, that is true. All of our choices come back to bite us either in the butt or to kick us to going forward. So
Absolutely.
with Kim here, I'm going to turn it over to her.
All right, so we're actually in the 4-week NutriVeda weight loss challenge. I'm going to share with you the basic concepts of how this is working, and I can tell you, oh my goodness, just like a few days into it, my food, the foods that I'm wanting to eat are satiated. I'm not like craving the sweets and things like that. It's been incredible. So the first thing we want to look at is when we're taking Ignite, don't mix it with Vitality. Not that it's a bad thing, but just saying, you will be the Energizer Bunny on steroids.
It'll light you up.
On steroids. And if you're not a happy soul, you will so be a happy soul
Yep.
all day. Now, GlycoSlim is the next product that we have. First of all, let me share with you a little bit about the Ignite. So the Ignite, because it is a fat burner, it creates, I'm telling you, if you could be sitting there, I take it in the morning before I do the morning calls. And by the end of the call, I am sweating. When they say it is a thermogenic, they're not joking. It is a thermogenic. The next thing is our glycosome. It's really important to really focus it. If you're going to say, hey, okay, I'm about to go eat, get something to eat, go ahead and take your glycoslim before you start. That way, it's already digesting in your gut and getting ready to stabilize your insulin levels. Our next product is our ACV, apple cider vinegar. I don't know if any of you guys have had apple cider vinegar, but it makes you go,
I like it.
he loves it that way. He loves tart, spicy, and sour. That's his thing. Me, not so much. So
Oh, man.
he is. I love the gummies though, because they don't make your jaw go, you know. The gummies are actually very tasty. It tastes kind of like apple cider, to be honest with you, in a gummy form. They're delicious. And what this does is it helps with the digestion support that we need with the foods that we're eating. And then, of course, our probiotic is something that we want to take at night. Now, what's special about this particular probiotic is that it has a prebiotic in it. That's a food that the probiotic needs to build good, healthy gut flora. Now, first of all, in week 1, we're going to be talking about nutrition. It's really important to have low carbs, high protein. And, you know, we're talking, if you haven't been somebody who's done a lot of exercise and stuff like that, we want to be eating foods that are, you know, healthy, not heavy fat in order to lose weight. The next thing is we want to have intermittent fasting. What that means is eat between 12 p.m. and 8 o'clock at night. After that, don't eat before 12 o'clock noon or after 8 o'clock at night. That way your body can get into fast mode so it starts using the stored fat or energy that you have excess of. The next thing is we want to stay hydrated, right? Not with just anything, but our Care Blue water bottles. And this is going to give us the good hydration that our body needs. And what you do is you basically take an ounce of water per body pound that you have. Now, as far as eliminating process, you want to make sure that the foods that you're eating are not high in sugars or refined foods like canned and stuff like that. Do your best to eat healthy food. Tonight, oh my goodness, we had fish and tilapia and some baked beans. Now, baked beans, I have to admit, had a little bit of sugar in them, but very little. So now, when we're talking about the exercises, we want to do three times a week. We want to exercise, but we're talking light resistance. This is just in the beginnings between week 1 and 2.
I'm glad it's only 3 times a week.
Yeah, not that you really need it, but you know, he's supporting me in this cause. And walking, this is good for him because heart health, right? Relationship. We hold hands and when we go for a walk, which is nice. People are like, "Oh, you guys are so cute." Anyways, the other thing is stretching. I know. He needs support. I need support to have somebody go with me. Unlike Coach, who's the one that's like the Energizer Bunny that's out there like going miles. But yoga is something that we can do to improve our mobility that's easy, not high impact. Now, Bob,
No, let's
what are we
talk
doing
about
at week 3?
week 3 and 4. Let's talk about nutrition. Maintain that intermittent fasting, but reduce your carb intake slightly, except before workouts if you're going to go do a workout. Now, how can you reduce that carb intake? Read the labels. That can help you an awful lot. All right. Increase your fiber intake through vegetables and seeds. Fiber helps you to move along there. Fiber
Cleans out the gut, right?
cleans out the gut. Like celery. You can have celery and hummus or something like that.
Oh, that's
Okay. Ensure that you have adequate protein um, in your diet to prevent muscle loss. You don't use it, you might lose it, so you got to have that protein in there. And also for exercise, brisk walking, 30 to 45 minutes, 5 times a week. Don't go to Walmart with this person here because she'll say, "Hey, would you check out such and such," which is all the way on the other side. And when I get back, she'll say, "Oh, I need something else," which is all the way on the other side. You know, walk at a moderate pace, something where you can feel like you got to get there and you're almost out of breath, but you're not really out of breath. It can be done outdoors on a treadmill or in a mall. There's mall walkers there. Okay, water aerobics or swimming 2 times a week. Not, a lot of us don't have that privilege of being able to get in a swimming pool and do that. But if we do have that opportunity, water aerobics and swimming is excellent. Excellent for um, joint-friendly cardiovascular exercise. That's what I need. Provides resistance for muscle. The water provides resistance for muscle toning without strain. Depends on how fast you want to swim.
He wants a swimming pool now.
Yeah, it's a good idea there. Okay. All right. Now there's also seated or standing aerobic exercises. We talked about that. Do that twice a week, 20 to 30 minutes each. Now, what are they? Standing or sitting?
Aerobics,
Okay,
yeah.
chair-based exercises like marching, when you're sitting in a chair, leg lifts and gentle arm movements, standing movements like toe taps. Ooh, I like that, toe taps. Okay, uh, step touches or low impact dance steps, resistance band workouts. You
I
can
love
get
those.
these, yeah, those little colored rubber bands about that wide.
You
And
just keep them away from your spouse because they use it as target
yeah,
practice. Keep you motivated.
especially if you're bending over. Really, 3 times a week. Try that. It's light resistance. And the reason they're good is because it improves your strength without overloading your joints. And the older you get, you don't need your joints overloaded. Okay.
There yet.
Focus on shoulder presses, bicep curls, leg lifts, things like that.
See
Okay.
the guns? Pretty good.
This is good wrench there. Uh, Also, you can do Tai Chi or gentle yoga, twice a week. Um, Tai Chi is something that is really great for enhancing your balance and your flexibility there, and
And
it helps you relax.
this is not about doing all of these. These are some
Just suggestions, right?
and whichever one you feel fits your what you enjoy doing most that would keep you excited about doing it. We enjoy walking with one another. So
Well, I enjoy.
it's more like I drag him, but that's okay. It's fun. Anyways, so
What kind of results can we expect here?
this is what's really exciting. I can already tell that I'm losing weight because I'm able to get into some clothes that I haven't been in in a very long time. So between week 1 and 2, initially you're going to lose between 5 and 7 pounds. Most of this is actually going to be water weight and a little bit of fat because you're going to be getting rid of all the excess stuff. I mean, I can tell you, if you happen to add in relief, keyword relief, you will get rid of even more water weight. Just saying. Now, between week 3 and 4, this is going to give you a lot more of the sustainable fat loss because you've already burned off the water and a little bit of fat. Plus, what's happening is you're doing the exercise for toning. So, and just so you know, muscle is 9 times more dense than fat. So you may not lose a lot of the pounds, but you're definitely going to see inches fall off. Now, overall, you're going to be losing approximately 15 pounds in the next 30 days. But I want you to realize, please measure yourself. Measure your arms, your neck, your chest, your tummy, your rib cage, and your hips and thighs, because what you're going to see is marked results in inches, especially if you follow the guidelines that they've shared with us.
And don't just do it for 4 weeks.
No,
I mean, that's
keep it up.
yeah, keep it up because you want to get down to that target weight that you want to get.
And it helps with
Oh,
maintenance.
I can tell you how to lose a lot of weight. I had to get a 4-way bypass and then go into rehab. I went from 210 down to 170.
Yeah,
That's not a good way to do it.
no.
This is a good way to do it.
Absolutely. Now, something that's really exciting through the 4-week challenge, they have what's called the Spring Fitness Pack. That's Spring Fitness, getting into those cute little swimsuits, right? And the outfits that we really want to wear.
I got a cute little swimsuit.
You do have a cute little
Okay.
So we have Ignite, which we mentioned. The fitness pack comes with Ignite, 2 GlycoSlim because you want to have it with your 2 main meals, 2 ACV because you want to have it with the 2 meals to help with digestion, and 1 probiotic that you take at night. So Ignite is in the morning when you get up, keep you going through the day. The GlycoSlim and the ACV, the apple cider vinegar is what you take with your meals for digestion and insulin level production and keeping it level. And the probiotic you take at night. Now, we're going to talk about a couple words and phrases that help to build and strengthen us and our mindset, right?
We are.
We are.
Okay.
We are. So here's some phrases. I'm a healthy and vibrant, and you finish the line. So for me, I'm a healthy and vibrant 135 pounds. My girls are firm. My belly's tight. I stand up straight and tall. Ha, ha, ha. That's mine. What's yours?
I don't know. My mind is sharp and my energy is high and I have sustainable
What are you sustainable at?
energy.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
He
sustainable
does.
all day.
All day.
Do you like food?
Of course I do.
Yeah, well, who do you know that I should share this Spring Fitness Pack challenge with?
Wow. I actually have quite a few friends that I think might be interested in this.
I got several that are kind of on that I would like to.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of taking a weight loss challenge?
Actually, I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Okay.
And would you join me in doing that?
Well, I don't have that much to lose.
No, but you could support me in what I'm
I
doing.
can support you, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are you currently doing what? Making the impact in your community that you want?
Well, I'd like to make a bigger impact.
Okay. Would you be interested in learning how to strengthen your positive impact in your community? Being paid what you're worth?
Oh, wow. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, would it be okay would it be okay if I shared with you how you could get paid what you're worth?
Yeah, because I'm worth a whole lot more
Than you get.
than I get.
Yeah, most
absolutely.
people are.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is going to be easier for you? Good, which is 2 packs of ambrosia. Okay, better, which is the limitless stack.
That's a good one too.
Okay, or best, which is 2 Nutriveda collections, one for you, one for me.
Well, let me ask you something. I personally am excited about the fitness pack
Yeah.
because I think that challenge that they got going on.
Uh-huh.
I want to be a part of that. And you're going to join me, right?
Yeah.
Support me in there?
Join you.
Okay.
The
All right.
Energizer Bunny.
Okay. All right. Well, let me share with you some exciting things about the other product line, the rest of it that the company has to offer. So, our daily defense is actually helping to build your immune system. And it's your C, D, E, zinc, all the things that help keep your immune system strong. So, if you travel a lot or you're around the public a lot, you definitely want to have your daily defense. The ambrosia is just absolutely a delicious gummy that was originally designed hundreds of years ago, but it was in a peanut butter consistency. And during COVID, they found that they wanted to have something that they didn't have to worry about cross contamination. So they put it in a gummy format. And I'm telling you, this is absolutely a drop of delicious. It's hard to have just one. They're so yummy. There's over 53 herbs and spices in this particular product. And one of the things that we have found, this was actually not something that they were looking to do, but individuals that are on the spectrum tend to have really good results in being able to go into public. We've got several friends that have children who started this within 30 days. Even adult children that have severe autism have had phenomenal results where they're able to go into public and not be stressed. Tranquility. Oh my goodness, we have such a huge litany list of testimonials on tranquility. There's a young lady that's been with us for many, many years. She suffers from a tremendous amount of PTSD and anxiety. This product, literally within 15 minutes, takes her from crazy high stress level to just being able to relax and breathe and know that she's able to function and think clearer. The other thing that's really incredible about this product is that if you're not able to sleep at night, you can take it just before you go to bed and it quiets the gray noise. However, this same product you can take in the morning time and it doesn't put you to sleep. But if you're in a busy, high energy job that's stressful, it helps to keep you in a place of clarity and no distractions. It's really
If
wonderful.
if you're in this business where you're tense and you're nervous all the time, and you have to do this, taking a tranquility will help
It,
slow you down
it
so that you
takes
can
the
think.
edge. Takes the edge off. Now, our probiotic, I mentioned to you, that's a product that you want to take at night. Our probiotic actually has a prebiotic in it. Not all probiotics do. This particular formulation actually has a patent on it, so it's a pretty big deal. Now, Relief, my favorite, absolutely my top favorite because I was blind for 16 years. I actually took this product. It wasn't designed for eyes. It is Relief and Tranquility are the two flagship products for this company. They originally were designed to help people dealing with stress, anxiety, pain, inflammation, and they had to, in the environment that it was in, was designed to help people to have results as fast as an opioid without the side effects. So generally within 15 to 20 minutes, you're starting to see results with these products. It's great. Relief gets rid of inflammatory pain, and Tranquility gets rid of the electrical shocking pain. It's wonderful. Glow is actually one of our newer products. It's great for hair and nails. What do you call me? Who'd you marry?
Mrs. Goodrich.
Exactly. I love working on stuff. And Glow helps me to keep my nails and my hair long. I was actually, my hair as long as it is, and you start losing it. Oh my goodness, it's worse than a dog shedding. So when I started taking the Glow, um, my I stopped losing my hair within about a month. It was wonderful. The other thing is Vitality. Wow. So this is just another reminder. Do not take Vitality with Ignite unless you plan on being up for close to 24 hours because it will make you,
Light you up.
you'll be a happy soul. And Vitality actually is a vasodilator. So it increases the blood flow to the brain. It was It's fantastic for heart health. It's wonderful if you take it as a pre-workout because it helps with the restoration and strengthening muscles. So please, if you're doing workouts and things like that, Vitality is a great product for that. Now, Renew, this is one of the newer products along with the Glow. When I took this product, they said, "Oh, it's like the Fountain of Youth. It's a great product." I'm like, "Well, who doesn't want to have that, right?"
Right.
Well, I originally let my best buddy here start taking the product, had no expectation of what it was going to do. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't think Bob was going to be with us by Christmas of last year because he was having some health challenges, and within
News to me.
wasn't me. Within 30 days, I started noticing that I had my sweetie back. I had my sweetie back. He wasn't doing the shuffle off to Buffalo. So Renew, when I started taking it about a month later, I hadn't had a short-term memory in probably 20 years. And within about 2 weeks, all of a sudden I started being able to remember things, especially short term, that I hadn't been able to do before. And then the GlycoSlim, oh my gosh, that's been wonderful for you.
Hmm.
He was on insulin and is now off of it. GlycoSlim helps to level your insulin levels. Now we have another package, right? Water bottle, water bottle. This actually filters 150 gallons of water. The Care Blue product line is fantastic because it gets rid of PFOAs, iodine, radiation, yuck, amoebas, and stuff like that that's in the water. And
Amoebas in the water?
yeah, little buggies, like
Ooh.
creepy things. And the water pitcher actually filters 250 gallons. Now, if you're on the go and you're very active or you have kids in college or in school, grandkids, whatever, the the straw is fantastic because they can literally put that in the water and it completely filters it out and does 50 gallons as well. Our last pack that we have is our patches. These are fantastic. Two of the products, actually, the K-tape and um, the XL patch that has the red swipe on it, has 4% lidocaine. Now, the K-tape, you can actually keep that on for a week. The product absorbs within 24 to 48 hours. However, the K-tape can actually stay on for a week because it helps with inflammatory responses as well. But for those of you who are allergic to lidocaine, I am, you can take the regular, just the CBD isolate. Now, what's magical about this product is the fact, and I do mean magical, is that it has a CBD isolate. So it literally is nanoparticulates and it absorbs quickly and readily into the body. Now, one of the things we want to share with you this evening is a new and exciting program that the company has come up with. It's actually the ability for us to use the ambrosia product as a fundraiser. Who do you know that has nonprofits, churches, baseball team, football team, soccer? Doesn't really matter. It's individuals, organizations that are looking to raise funds on April 21st, Monday, this is a Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please make sure you set a time. Anybody that you know that is looking to make a huge impact in their community to raise funds, you want to make sure they come to this Zoom. Now, I'm going to share with you a little bit of information about the fundraiser. It's called Fund Our Cause, and this is how it works. This is for those people who are actually on the We Are One platform with the Nutraveda collection. Imagine you've got, this is your team. These are the people who are working with you, right? Well, if you see all these different connections of people, this person met that person, then they introduced, and this is where you're being brought together. Now, look at this. The person that's in orange, they say, hey, I have a fundraiser I want to do. But you see the person in green at the top, we're going to say that's Coach, right? Because he knows everybody. But this person that's in the orange said, I've got a fundraiser that I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a cause. Well, everybody, I'm going to say that's me because I've got a nonprofit. So now I'm going to share my link with everybody because everybody wants to support one another, right? Well, guess what happens? All the different people in the organization that's already in We Are One can support our cause. You know, Christine has a really great funding cause that's going on right now. Let's just say Christine's organization, her church, is in the orange. And so what happens is we want to come and support Christine and her cause. Well, that's, you know, you got three different people up here. We'll say we're in the burgundy, right? We know a lot of people. So we're going to talk to some people and say, hey, this is a great way to raise money for this church. And we want you to share it with your friends. So they're going to go out and they're going to share it with their friends. And so are the other people who see the value in what's going on. Well, my friends say, oh my gosh, I've got a couple more people here that want to know about it. So they're going to send out some information just like everybody else. Now, let me show you what happens. This is where it gets really exciting. After the campaign is over for Fund Our Cause, that Miss Christine's church has done to raise a building. Now, does this look familiar? This is your We Are One organization. Here's Coach, right? But remember how we went out and shared with our friends to do the same thing to support Miss Christine's fundraising cause for her church? Everybody who we shared to go support, when they come back in and say, hey, gosh, I still want to get this product. Where do I get it from? Well, now they know exactly where to go because they have the opportunity to get it directly from you after the campaign is finished. Now, let me show you what's exciting about this. If you haven't got excited yet, just wait. Remember how we showed you the different levels of people here? You know, you're at the top and you shared it with your friends and they shared it with theirs and vice versa. Everybody's going down. We're just going to say that the organization is a small organization and they're just going to be sending out 20 emails. All right. Here they go. They send out 20 emails, but the people that they sent 20 emails to, they're just going to send it out to 15 emails each. So that makes 90. And you can see the next level of group of people, they're just going to send 10 out. The next level is only going to send 7, and the next is going to send 5. So it gets less and less and less, right? Kind of watered down. That fundraiser out of those emails that was sent is going to, on each of the different levels, on average is about a 40% buy-in, where they're going to say, yeah, I think this is a great cause. I want to support it. So that's 8 people out of 20 emails that was sent out said, absolutely, I'm going to buy that and support the cause. So guess what happens? That raises $200 for the organization, for the nonprofit. Now at each level, it increases. Look at this. By the bottom level, just 5 emails being sent out at that level, it's over $8,000. Now, these individuals, when the campaign's over, they want to be able to get the product again. Well, when they want the product again, they're going to be able to get it, but it's going to come through you instead of the organization, because the organization was just running a campaign for a specific set of a period of time. Now, the average purchase that people use on our products for NutriVeda is not 1 bag of ambrosia. Most people buy an average of about $150. Well, they say here $125. We buy a whole lot more than that. But at the average being about $125 a month. Now look at this. This is what your extra revenue stream that you're going to have coming in. Do you see how exciting this is? Having 719 active people purchasing and using and consuming the products. You're raising over $17,000, almost 18, for a nonprofit organization. And in a month's time, the extra residual income off of the individuals when they go to buy after the campaign's over because they love the product, everybody does, is going to bring you a little extra income there, right? Over 600. But the average buy-in rate is going to bring you a residual income. This is on a monthly basis of about $1,500 extra. I don't know about y'all. How many campaigns can you help organizations to have a difference? Now, let's take a look at something for a minute. When we look on our focus outcomes, which has to do with having good gut health, remember we're talking about the weight loss, right? Having vibrant energy, being pain-free, mental clarity, of course, balancing our sugars if you're diabetic, right? Or emotional balance from stress and anxiety. And look what happens. We have a flow of peace and harmony in our life. And especially if we're doing yoga at the same time. Right?
Oh, yeah. Or Tai Chi.
Tai Chi and yoga. Now, we talk about the I am statement. What is our I am statement from this month? Our I am statement is, I am creating a positive impact in my community. And we are, right?
We are.
We are. So let's talk about how we can make a positive impact. We can start it out by our morning call. This is our power call. Folks, get your camera out. If you haven't been to this, it's a wonderful, fun experience. It's a great way to start today. Our number is 954-947-5497. This is an 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We have a meet and greet from about 8:30 to 8:45. At 8:45, we have a guided meditation.
A lot of laughter at 8:30. A lot of good.
A lot of laughter between 8:30.
Great way to wake up.
Absolutely. A wonderful way to start your day. And then at approximately 9-ish, we have different individuals who come in and do trainings on education, motivation, inspirational stuff. And of course, if you want an extensive amount of information, go to carebeyond.online/training. That's carebeyond.online/training. We remember the hot Zoom that we talked about that's going to be coming on the 21st. Make sure you attend. Now, the things that we shared with you a little bit earlier on how the products work. I was actually blind, got my sight back from taking the relief. We're not saying that's going to work for you, but I can tell you the products work if you use and consume them. There's a young man here that has a testimony and a half about the water. I see you on right now. If you can unmute, my dear, and please share with us your testimony about how you've used the water since you've been in the hospital.
Hey, good evening, everyone. All I can say is amazing. That's all I can say about this water. I have 2 bottles of straw and a pitcher, and I'm constantly drinking water. You know, and my nurse came in today. She said, "Your urine is so clear." I said, "Yep, because I drink a lot of water." Became ill almost 3 years ago, but this water has been helping me heal so well. I'm off of all the medicine because of this water and the products too, because I've been taking the products as well, but no more medicine, no dehydration, and I'm feeling great.
Thank you so much, Spencer. Spencer, how long have you been in the hospital, sir?
It'll be 3 years in May.
Oh my gosh. And how many medications were you on initially?
7.
Wow. And you're not on any medication right now?
None.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for sharing your testimony. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. Folks, if anybody else has a testimony of the products and how they've used it, please chime in, because this is what it's all about. I was blind for 16 years from taking a prescribed medication called Topamax after a car accident. I was completely blind, had a guide dog, white cane, red tip. Did not take these products to get my eyesight back. I took them to help me with the herniated discs I have in my neck and back from the same accident, just to stay functioning. And as a side blessing, it took the scar tissue off my eyes. And now he doesn't have to be my chauffeur anymore. I'm his.
Yes, he drives me around now.
I do. I don't let him drive. So who else would like to share their testimony?
I have 2. One of them is personal, and it's about the relief. And it's like, I don't go anyplace without it. First thing in the morning, take the relief because I can't hardly get out of bed. But with the relief, I'm starting to have movement and have anti-inflammatory element of it is for real. The other one is a testimony about tranquility. I have a person that well, actually her sister gave her a couple of the tranquilities before she got on an airplane, and she has post-traumatic stress disorder. And this was a 14-hour flight, and she had no nervousness, jitteriness, or whatever. And I've got this recorded, and I need to get it sent into. But she's just jumping out of her skin about. It calls it Caribbean, Caribbean. You can't live without it. Yeah, and it's everything from that extreme to taking the edge off, and the vitality. I have a housemate who works really hard, and he's really a good Samaritan. He had a call from a person who was having car trouble. It was like 6 o'clock in the evening. He was just dozing off. He was going about to go to sleep. So, I need to take some coffee. I said, no, take a couple of these. And he said, you know what was just amazing? I was about 10 minutes on the road and I started getting alert. And by the time I got home, I'm thinking clearer than I have all day long. That's the vitality.
I love it. I actually use it instead of energy drinks when I'm driving long distances to make sure I stay sharp and alert.
Yeah.
Interesting fact, the Ignite, I've been taking that religiously. That's the first thing I take in the morning. And I had left and forgot to take my vitality with me because I didn't want to mix it because of what happened the first time. And I was gone until 11:30 that night, driving at night, which is very difficult for me to do. And I was still sharp, alert, clear. I was so blown away at what Ignite did. It was great.
I know that I can be lagging during the day. And sometimes with a call like this, I'm just about out of it by the end of the day. But I'll take a couple of vitalities to get ready for a call like this. And people say, where are you getting all your energy? You look so good. Did you just take a nap? No, it took 2 vitalities. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Thank you so much for sharing your testimony. Please remember, put on your calendar for the 21st, Monday, the 21st of April in 2 weeks to come to the Zoom. Now, this is something you have to register for. This specific Zoom is something you have to register for, but it is all about having let me see if I can pull it up. I saw that QR code. I got you, sister. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick here. When we have the Zoom, you have to register to come in because no, it's right here. All right, let me put that up real quick on the screen. And hopefully this takes us to the right one. Da, 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 da. All right. And let me share screen so everybody can see it. And you can take a picture and register for it. All right. And well, we'll just go back here. All right. Can everybody see that? Go ahead and take a picture of the QR code. What that's going to do is it's going to give you an opportunity to be able to register. Then that registration is going to give you a code to be able to come back in on the event on the 21st of April.
And
you have to have that, ma'am.
The code comes via email, or
It does. Yes, it comes via email because you'll be putting your information in, and when that email comes back to you, it'll give you the link to come in on the Zoom.
okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
Bob, I want to thank you guys. Did a marvelous, absolute marvelous job. And thanks for everyone showing up. The 21st is designed to help you build a team of affiliates that really choose to go out and help their community. Not only help their community, but help themselves. And you've got 3-4 people doing nonprofit organizations on a local basis, somebody that you can go in and talk to. There are a lot of local baseball teams that are looking for uniforms.
Boys and girls clubs.
Boys and girls clubs, ROTC. I mean, it's just a myriad of local nonprofits that could use an extra $5, $10, $15,000 in 10 days, and we can be of service. And to know that we've got an app that can do an app that can now gain larger reach. And so it's absolutely fantastic. And so with that, Sharon is doing the presentation on the 21st, and it's going to be off the wall. We also are incentivizing your prospects, meaning that the person that's got 5 or more will have a drawing for cash. So we'll have something for the guests and something for the bookers of people. And so
Now, this event is specifically for people who are interested in building a business. This is not for the organizations. This is for us to reach out and get the people ready to talk to the organizations. We're explaining how that works. Because we do not get paid when the campaign is being run. 100% of the profits off the product goes to that organization. It's after the campaign is over and the people are interested in having the product on a regular basis. That's when the revenue stream comes in to help build. But this is real important because it's a huge way to be able to have a massive reach in your local community. Right now, with the economics the way it is in the country, there's a lot of nonprofit organizations that are looking at creative ways to bring extra revenues in for their programs. So we're literally sitting in a beautiful position. There is no other organizations that have what we have with this app, because this app literally gives us the opportunity individually, each and every single person that's here can share specifically to your database to help fund an organization that's having a campaign. Doesn't matter what organization it is, and whoever you bring and donate that you bring on board that donates to that organization follows you to your business on the We Are One platform with NutraVeda. My dears, it doesn't matter how many campaigns you support. You can support every single campaign that happens, and it gives you an opportunity to build your downline, not just for customers, but for individuals who are looking to make a difference and a huge impact in their community. And there's a lot of us doing that. Bob and I, when we started our nonprofit, we had zero interest in getting state, federal, or private money. Our whole focus was on being self-sufficient. And for those entities, this is a beautiful thing. But guess what? For those entities who've been only focused on state, federal, and privatization money, this has now opened up a space for them to be able to have a revenue stream when those funds are being reallocated or held or whatever's going on temporarily. Does that make sense? So we're sitting in a great position.
A little
Yes, sir.
headline: Harvard is being cut from federal funding to the tune of $9 billion. They're going to have to borrow $270,000 just to stay afloat. Now that's a headline worth following up on. Schools. I mean, every school out there has federal funds coming in, and those are being cut. So, parents.
And what's amazing, a lot of times people are, because this company, the way they've set this up with this app, we can honestly say, look, this is a way that the company is being philanthropic. We do not financially gain when you're doing this campaign in any way, shape, and form. So this is a way for you to raise money specifically for what you're needing. And they can do different campaigns throughout the year. So they can do a quick one for 3 to 4 days. They can do a 2-week one or a 30-day one, depending on the amount and what they want to do. But they're really focused on doing fast, quick campaigns. The larger their database, the faster the role works for them to raise funds.
And the beauty,
because they're sharing the app.
The beauty there also is they can tap into another campaign like Christine Smith's church, which is a large congregation, and they
Yes.
can benefit by somebody else that is having a big database.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to ask everyone here. I'm going to send you out some information to help support Christine's church. So Christine's campaign is up, so it will help her church. They just bought some land. They're in Florida, and help them. And the next time you have a campaign, we can all go in and help your campaign. So it's incredible. Okay, well, tomorrow morning we've got Mr. Michael. Michael, you want to carry us out of here?
Well, Coach, it's going to be me tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.